What is going on, gamers? Aevatrex here, and what I have for you today is a rally. We found this guy that was unshielded. Now this is a guy that's always shielded, so when you see them unshielded, that's when you know it's go time. Like, I have so many bookmarks and I kind of rotate through them when I'm on just to see if we can catch somebody offline. Now this specific target, I believe it was Mr. BP that told me that he was unshielded, so shout out to him. If you haven't checked out his channel, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link down in the description. Go ahead and check out his channel. But as you can tell, I start the rally, this guy is always shielded. When I ported there, I scouted, he had no anti-scout on, so that tells me 100% that he is not online, because if you only have a little bit over 5 million troops, you're always shielded, and then all of a sudden you're unshielded and you have no anti-scout, I know that something's going on. So we go ahead and start the rally. The scouting report essentially was kind of all mixed, except it had a little bit less range than most people, because a lot of people like to go heavy ranged as far as what the troops they have in their castle. This guy didn't really have a lot of ranged. He had an even mix, kind of, but less range than everything else. So I took that as an opportunity for me to go ahead and just do a completely full cavalry rally. Not only because of that, but also because cavalry is my best single troop attack stat. It is roughly at about 520%, and that's without forts. So that was the best march that I can send. And at this moment, he doesn't even have any war gear on. So the war gear is not there. The kills doesn't really indicate that he's very active as far as like taking hits or anything like that. So this is a golden opportunity for us. Now, it's already filled with like 2 and change to go on the rally. Now there's only 10 seconds left on the rally, so this is where I go ahead and change my gear. I usually don't show the gear that I'm going to hit with, that way they don't know exactly what I'm sending. And now it's just a matter of checking his profile in case he decides to change gear. Maybe he was on, changes gear and tries to counter the rally. This is the reason why I keep popping on his profile. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, well, if he changes, it's too late now anyway. So we let it hit, and it's a massive hit. He goes down to 216 million. That is a massive hit right there. Now let's go ahead and check out the report. Of course, he had just a bit over 5 million troops, and we got 2.4 million dead on the first hit. That has to hurt. Now, of course, I need to go ahead and check out what exactly is left. As you can tell, there's only ranged and cavalry left. So we hit the right way the first time. So now, essentially, what I'm going to do is go ahead and send a completely ranged rally. We have a complete range rally is absolutely going to crush this guy. The only thing we're hoping for at this point in time is just please no shield. Now here's something interesting, right? As soon as this rally hit, okay, and he drops like almost 70 million off the first hit, then his guild decides to port in and reinforce. Like, if you're ever going to reinforce a rally, you try to reinforce at least the first hit, because the first hit is the one that's going to hurt the opposing guild the most. At this point, they're reinforcing only half of his troops that are left, whereas if they would have reinforced right at the beginning, it would have been much more beneficial. Now, he would have still taken a lot of losses, but they could have definitely helped more just by reinforcing the first hit, rather than see their guildmate drop 70 million and then be like, oh, we should probably go and help them because, well, they kind of dropped a lot. Like, at this point, it doesn't matter what they reinforce. This guy's probably gonna get zeroed. So, no, remember, our rally is going to be completely ranged. But here's the thing. He had no anti-scout. So even if they're reinforcing, I can scout him once again and see what they're sending. And unfortunately for them, they're actually sending Royal Cavalry. If they would have sent like a million T3 infantry, then maybe they would have really helped them out. But sending cavalry, yeah, that's not really gonna do much for you, like, at all. But unfortunately, he shielded. He freaking shielded. We were literally less than 2 minutes away from dealing the finishing blow, because that hit would have just knocked him out, and he freaking shields. But that's okay, because we got a really good hit, and I don't really care. We got over 2 million dead in one hit. That's completely fine with me. We are going to continue to watch this guy, because he is one of the only ones that is away from the hive from whatever reason, and that didn't really work out for him in this instance. So let's go ahead and check out this report again. 67 million might gone, dead 2.4 million. That is a lot. And by the way, there was a lot of T4 lost on his end. We lost, probably the main thing that we lost was just a bit of T3 cavalry, which is completely fine. But check this out. 900,000 heroic fighters gone, 237,000 ancient drake riders gone, then 500,000 royal guard, and then a lot of grunts and cavalry gone. So that last hit would have just completely destroyed him. But it is what it is. How many times have you guys rallied or tried to hit somebody and then they just shield right before it's over? This is one of those times, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and watch the battle and see how everything unfolded. Now, keep in mind that the reason I sent ranged and infantry in the front was because of that specifically right there. You saw that the first few hits actually went to those few troops, and my cavalry was pretty much untouched. And look at this. We already have them down to 50% morale, and our army is still really strong. So yeah, the one more rally would have completely destroyed him. So there you go. I think our army only went down to about 60-something% on the morale, and as a first hit, that's pretty good. That's really good, especially going up against over 5 million troops. So that's not bad. And there you go. That's a lot of losses. Like I said, we are outnumbered. But when it comes to hitting the turfs, we are completely destroying them. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, and until later. Bye.